Landry saw the expensive furnishings and enormous stone fireplace, cataloging these things briefly before dismissing them. His eye was on the 4 targets. 3 of them were sleeping, a male and female entwined on a zebra skin near the fireplace, and a young woman crashed out on the couch. The 4th was in the process of walking unsteadily toward the kitchen. He was the kid Landry had seen twirling under the stars. A lot worse for wear. He'd done some steady imbibing or toking or snorting since last Landry saw him on the deck. The kid looked at them. His eyes had difficulty tracking. He said, "You should have come earlier. There was a lot more food." Landry fell into step with the kid and put an arm around his shoulder, casually pulling him around so he held him from behind. He slit the kid's throat and dropped him like a sack of grain, dead in 8 seconds. Davis finished dispatching the couple as Landry turned his attention to the sleeper, who was half sitting, half lying, her head resting against the couch back. Some 6th sense must have awakened her, because she cocked her head upward, her eyes bewildered, startled. He'd seen her before. It came to him, Brienne Cross, one of those celebrities in the news all the time. His daughter had a poster of her up in her room. He hesitated just long enough for alarm to dawn in her eyes, which dismayed him. He touched a finger to his lips, letting her know it was all right, and pulled her up toward him with one hand. He drew his knife across her throat with the other. Her mouth went slack. The light in her eyes died. He let her back down on the couch gently. "4 here," he said into the radio, thinking, Brienne Cross. Jackson joined them. There were 6 people dead. All in all, the operation had taken fewer than 5 minutes. Landry looked at Jackson. Jackson shifted his feet, then started back toward the stairway. His reluctance was clear. He might not do a convincing job. Landry said, "I'll do it." The couple lay in bed, naked above the sheets. They looked peaceful, despite their slashed throats. Landry crossed himself, trying to think of what he did next as gutting a deer. They were dead, they would feel nothing. But their mutilation bothered him. Done. He glanced around the room, which now resembled an abattoir. His regret at the desecration of these young people was eclipsed by the satisfaction of a job accomplished with flawless precision. It had taken him 3.5 minutes, including painting the 2 8s on the mirror with the woman's blood. As he started down the stairs, Landry thought about the girl on the couch, the look in her eyes. Frightened, then trusting, and finally empty. His daughter wanted to grow up to be Brienne Cross. They were almost out of there. One last check of the perimeter and then he heard sirens. They were a long way off, but coming fast. Simultaneously, Green's voice crackled in his ear. "Police, heading this way." "Where?" "Up from the valley. 2 units. We're out of here." Landry turned off the lights and slipped out the back door. The sirens screaming in the night now. His mind ranging far ahead as he tried to make sense of this. He wasn't worried about escaping. What worried him was something else. Who had betrayed them? He melted into the woods, found a suitable vantage point, and stretched out, stomach down on the ground. Relied on his training to make himself part of the forest. Cataloging faces, phone calls, names. Who? The lights burst through the trees below, blinking white, red, and blue, engines straining. In his mind's eye, he saw them swerving in at the house, slamming into park. But that did not happen. The cars did not slow. They rocketed past. 2 Pitkin County Sheriff's cars. It was okay. No one had betrayed them. As the sirens receded, he spoke into his radio. "Wait where you are until I give the signal." Chapter 1. Memorial Day weekend. Nick. It came to Nick Holloway, gradually, that he was lying on cold, hard concrete. Something above held him fast.